Hey guys, we are live. Pretty sure we're live. Gonna go double check here. But while we're doing that, let's start the intro by Indigo Saint. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe it was Blackrue investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting. So we binge on a Blackrue investing. Best believe it was Blackrue investing. That course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue investing. Best believe it was Blackrue investing.
Here we go. We're live. All right. So let's move over to the face here. And I'm going to bring this up so I can make sure I can see comments. But here's what we're going to do, guys. I want to mention this BAC Mint dumpster fire. And I want to go over the best upcoming NFT land drops. And definitely come over to my channel, guys. Like and subscribe. It is darkhorsewatcher.com, and that'll lead you right to my channel where you can like and subscribe. So this this other side, Bored Ape dumpster fire, let's go over this, okay? Now, what I need y'all to understand before I even get into all of this is that in order to participate in this, you had to KYC a month ago, okay? So all of this stuff about, oh, you couldn't possibly anticipate the demand is a bunch of hogwash, okay? Because if you had the KYC a month ago and no one else could KYC, then you know what the demand is. You can literally say, okay, max demand is this. If we say, so say that 50 people KYC, you know that maximum demand is 50 people times whatever the minimum is. So say in this case it was 2 lands per wallet, so 50 people, 2 lands, 100 lands, right? To put that in different types of terms, it would be like me having a party, right? And having 50 people RSVP, right? And then those 50 people show up to the party, and I'm like, oh my God, the demand, I did not expect to feed 50 people. They RSVP'd a month ago. That was the only way they could come. So that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So keep that in mind. The demand was known before all of this started, all right? And make your own decision, but for me, since demand was known before everything already started, this leads to a lot of kind of quote unquote alleged, looks like shady behavior, okay? So this here was given like 2 days before the auction, right? So we heard no information about how this was supposed to go down after they said, oh, it's about to go down, right? So first they announced a Dutch auction. And if you guys don't know what a Dutch auction is, so say that this is going to be sold for 305 ape. After a while with a Dutch auction, unlike a normal auction, it starts going down in price. So what that does is people can decide, okay, maybe I'm not going to buy it right out the gate because I know it's going to lower itself in price. Hence, that's how you get lower gas fees. So the Dutch auction would say start at 305 8, then go down to 308, then go down to like whatever they make the increments, right? Again, go down to 295 8, 298, 285 8, like that. So that mitigates gas because, okay, you got people, just like I said, you have to decide, okay, do I want to try to grab it right out the gate or wait until the price is at like 285 8 and then grab it then? So that mitigates the gas that way. Now, what they say, it's actually BS. They do not successfully mandate demand, nor do they really negate gas wars and highly anticipated mints. Now, keep in mind what I told you with the Dutch auction. Every time, like they increment and they're lowering the price of the land. All right. So not only are you going to lower the price of the land, you're also going to lower the gas sold on the land. Okay. So keep that in mind for later. Now, watch this. When you consider the other D mint may be one of the largest scale high demand mints ever, and yet they talk out the side of their mouths and say they couldn't anticipate demand, but yet right here in their own words, they realize it's going to be one of the largest scale high demand NFT mints ever. And a little background, if you guys don't know, they own Bored Ape Yacht Club and CryptoPunks. So literally, they own the two biggest pieces of IP in the NFT verse. Okay, so let's move on. All the usual problems with NFT gas wars would be exacerbated by the sheer number of NFTs to be minted, which could result in a gas war of historic proportions. So they're setting this beautiful stage up, like they're here for the people. They don't want a historic gas war. So forget doing a Dutch auction, right? Okay. So in order to ensure as broad a distribution as possible and dramatically soften it, let me just go over here and make sure y'all can hear me. There are not any SAFUs. Okay. All right. So y'all can hear me. Everything is good. Okay. All right. Let's go back to it. In order to ensure as broad a distribution as possible and dramatically soften the potential for a massive gas war, there will be an enforced limit of 2 NFTs per wallet at the start of the sale. Again, this is per wallet, not per transaction. Okay? As the mint continues, the number of NFTs that can be minted per wallet will increase. So, coming down here, again, they say, this approach is expected to prevent an apocalyptic gas war while also encouraging as broad a distribution as possible. So again, they keep telling you, we want to get as broad a distribution as possible. Oh, F this Dutch auction is not going to limit gas. Let's do this. Okay? So already they're implying something. All right? So KYC wallets can mint up to 2 other NFTs during this wave. As soon as gas returns to reasonable levels and the amount of users minting decelerates, Wave 2 will begin. Wave 2. KYC wallets can mint up to 4 additional NFTs during this wave. As soon as gas returns to reasonable levels, the amount of users minting decelerates, Wave 3 will begin. And they throw in this little gem just to even more salivate you a little bit. It is expected that less minters will participate in this wave, as some have been satisfied by only minting up to 2 lands in wave 1. So they're saying, okay, we know the people are going to mint 2, and then after the people that mint 2 that can only afford 2 will be done, and then wave 2 will come, and gas will go down in wave 2 because maybe that there are only certain amount of people, everybody else would be satisfied, and these other people won't be satisfied and want to buy 4 additional lands. So then after that it's done, we go to wave 3 and wave 4 and wave 5 and wave 6. So automatically they're implying there's going to be at least 2 waves. People are going to be able to, we have enough lands for people to mint at least 2 so that we can go to the wave 2. They're already implying this. And they're saying they're stopping the Dutch auction in order to do these multiple waves. So they're already setting you up with this implication, right? So, day 2 comes. Again, they give you this jazz about, okay, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. They say that. again. Then before, like the night before the auction, they say this. Hopefully it's just sitting right up here. No. Sorry about that. All right, it might take a little while, too long to load, but all right, instead of making y'all wait for it, what they end up saying is something to the effect of, "Oh, we've heard, we've heard, we've heard the words of the community. We're going to give you guys a little bit longer to go in and get your little pre-approval done, because you got to go in and you had to say pre-approve that, okay, I did the KYC a month ago, so now I can actually mint." Okay, so that they said that so they give you they gave it the entire day of the mint to do pre-approval, right? And this is the night before, pretty much the day or night before, right? Like we've heard the community. We're going to give you guys extra time to go get your pre-approval done. And again, also that's implying like, oh, they're really thinking about the gas, right? Because they're giving us this extra time so people can take their time doing their pre-approvals, right? So again, they're roping you. They're roping you. They're roping me. They're roping people in now. And see, they know they done wrong too. So they buried all of this information under coda, picture. So just trust. It's there. If you want to come over here and look for it, it's here. I thought I had it up already. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, so then that's the second part of what they do. Wait, let's see here. Maybe we can find it because we're almost there. Nope. They might have even deleted it. Let's see here. Questions. Okay, here it is. Also, we've heard from the community that we should allot more time for users to set pre-approval for ApeCoin. So starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4:30, users will be able to do this. The actual sale will not begin until 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right? So there's certain sites out there, these guys are saying, and this was the last flashback the day before. Like we're still on the day before. So they do this the day before the auction, right? Flashback. Flashback, there are people saying, oh, there are only 16K wallets that are KYC'd. So 16K wallets KYC'd times 2 means, and they're doing 55K lands are available for purchase, right? So 16K times 2 equals 32K possible lands in the first wave. So making people think, okay, there's for sure going to be 2 waves. Now, like the day of, or like a little, I think it was like the day of, or like the day before. Let's just see if I can find. I might not be able to find it. The dude blocked me because I was giving him too much real information. So, okay. Anyway, so the day of, someone starts putting out, oh, like my numbers look like, and this is the day of, the day where you can do your pre-approval. He's like, my numbers look like that there's going to be 76K people that can actually mint lands. So where did all this other demand come from, right? Now, mind you, again, the rules to this, you had to be KYC'd a month ago, okay? So it really doesn't matter that the demand came in, that some quote unquote, all of a sudden demand comes in the day of it doesn't matter at all, because you knew a month ago because everyone had the KYC for it, right? So all of these numbers that you're bringing up are still should be based off of the KYC numbers that you received a month ago, right? So so of course it comes to the day of, there's this huge gas war, and these multiple waves that they've been implying do not happen. There's only one wave. And people like me, who like sold off all their NFTs, tried to get into this, were priced out at like, the minimum it may have got to is like $4,000 of gas that you had to pay in this gas war. Okay? And I'm sitting and I'm livid. And I'm sitting here like reading people's comments, right? I can't show you comments because dude blocked me. But one lady's like, okay, I like liquidated my son's college fund, and I got priced out of gas war. Thanks. Another guy's like, I sold all my NFTs. So what? You're gonna give me and they came out with this apology saying, oh, we couldn't have anticipated this much demand, right? Which is exactly opposite to what they said right here. We couldn't have anticipated this much demand. You know, so we're so sorry. We're gonna give you guys back the gas fees for anyone who failed the transaction. And you know what? This is why we need to start our own blockchain. And that's what they say. So I'm livid at this point. Like, I'm like, okay, what can I do about this? And basically what I did and what I'm doing is, and I'm going to give you some more information a little bit later. What I did is I started a Discord. I'll make sure to send you guys a link to the Discord. Actually, if you go on my channel and you look at the latest video, there's a link to the Discord in there if you guys want to come and join up on the Discord. But I started a Discord, and I just want to hold these people to task in that they need to allow the people that were screwed over by this gas war to mint, okay? Because they knew the numbers well ahead of time. They knew it ahead of time. Just like I said, you can't have 50 people RSVP and be as shocked when 50 people show up to eat. That don't make no sense, okay? So I'm starting this, and I'm just going to look into this. And you know, if a lot of us get together, because I'm pretty sure around 10 to 20,000 people got screwed out of their money. So if we make a big enough noise, I think that they'll be, you know, they'll have to do what they said they were going to do, which is give us a fair mint. And that's what I'm looking for. But hey, if the community gets big enough over here and you guys say that, no, they need to give us a land for free for this, then maybe that's what they need to do. I don't know. We'll do it democratic, but this is a space for you guys. But one of the things that I've found out so far in my research. So first of all, back to that Dutch auction, right? Let us consider, okay, you're Yuga Labs and you want to get the best bang for your buck from these lands, right? What works better for you? A Dutch auction in which the price of the land continuously goes down, right? And the gas fees get lower, and like the gas fees aren't maximum quality. Does that work for you? Because what that does essentially is it lowers the floor price of what a buyer would need to recoup their money for the mint. So say for instance, I somehow managed to get it in a Dutch auction, because remember the price keeps going down in the Dutch auction, right? Let's say I managed to get it for 188 and I spent like, I don't know, $400 in gas, right? So at that point, all I got to do is recoup 188 and $400 in gas. On the other hand, if I buy it for 305 ape and I had to spend $4,000 gas on it, now my floor price is 305, 4,000, right? And the reason why that is important is because of royalties. Every time this is sold on the secondary market, Yuga Labs gets paid royalties for when this is sold. A guy, Crypto Gorilla, he did a little video on this. He said something like his numbers were that the first day they got 28 million in royalties on this. So Dutch auctions are BS for you, maybe, Yuga Labs, but for the people, not so much. Okay? And what I noticed here also is a whole bunch of virgin wallets that were seemingly never used other than for ape, were used for this. And that's the kind of the reason why I want to start a community here. We can all come in here and look at it. It's on the blockchain. These virgin wallets here, and I tried to look at and see like when they were created. It seems like they were created in June, like this. So there's this virgin wallet. All of its transactions are approved for ape, mint the land, transfer out. That's it. Same with this one. Well, this is another one of those wallets, but this is what I'm talking about. It seems like they were created in June. It starts in June, no action until the actual mint, which we go to transactions. Well, at least this one, it transferred some Ether over, approved, mint, transfer. The other wallet I showed you, okay, so yep, that one transferred over some too. But I've even found wallets that are literally, they didn't even transfer any money over it. They approved, minted, and that's it. So I don't know, maybe that's a member of their team, but I'm so curious to know how many people came in last day, approved, minted, and transferred out. I'm so curious to know that. Because the way they made things seem was like the demand was not this high. However, the way they made it seem was like, okay, guys, you're so going to get to that wave too. And you know what? Screw these Dutch auctions. We're going to do something better. We're going to do waves. And only one wave happens. The only way, to me, like, the only way that happens is either you're irresponsible and you didn't expect that much demand because you had the numbers beforehand wrong. Like that's so you're still wrong because you're irresponsible and you didn't expect the demand from the numbers that you had beforehand. Or two, you kind of knew. You kind of knew. But the three that really bothers me is all these virgin wallets that kind of got in the action on the last day. Because I can show you some wallets where you can see they transferred the ape over like a day before because, you know, trying to avoid gas fees and all of that. You can see that they're in other NFT projects, stuff like that, right? And of course you expect there to be some virgin wallets. Maybe like a guy was like, okay, I'm KYCing my whole family. You can expect some of that, right? But the amount of demand on the last day where you got stuff where all they do is transfer, approve, mint, transfer out. That really needs to be looked into. And I'm just 5 more minutes on this and we're going to move on to the NFT land projects that are really good to invest in. I'm really tired of this misinformation about unexpected demand because people had to KYC a month ahead of time. People had to RSVP a month ahead of time. So these were already known numbers. This was not a normal mint in which Demand could be anything that it wants. Demand couldn't be anything it wanted here. You had to register ahead of time, a month ago. And no one else was able to, according to them, it was only KYC wallets. And they cut off the KYC activity like a month ago or whatever. So there was no demand, max demand was known. It was known, it was known, it was known. So don't give me this BS about we couldn't have expected this demand on the biggest two IPs in the space. Don't give me that. That part I really don't. No. Don't give me that. Two, you strung this gas thing along. You canceled the Dutch auction, which would actually have been beneficial to the waves thing. And just by doing that, you imply that you did your homework, you did everything that you needed to do to ensure that waves would happen. And yet somehow in the end, only one wave would happen. How you can't now look, oh my God, 50 people showed up to my 50 people RSVP party. You can't do that. And three, demand. Three, all that demand on the last day. That demand on the last day did not seemed a little unnatural to me. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Seemed a little unnatural. So yeah, that's that. Let me see if we got any questions out here. Alpha Protector. They have to make it right. Man, really they don't have to. But you know what? If they're provided with the right incentives, if we all look through their stuff, and as you can see, like this wallet, and this is probably, yeah. So see this wallet, it's been active. You can see that it moved over Ether. You can see that, you can see that it brought in Ape. Like you can see everything that's happening on this wallet. It's been open for a while. That's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that. So yeah, they just need to be provided with the right incentive to make it right. And I think if a bunch of people got together and combed through all of these wallets, started to match up some dates and times, tried to see when were these wallets opened, if they even went through the right approval process, because you can see here it says approved 8 token. There's really no way to distinguish between if it's an approved Ape token thing or they approved the whole KYC thing. So that's very crafty of them. There's no way to distinguish if you were approved for the KYC, at least that I know of, because you had to go and check and see that you were approved on the KYC. As far as I know, there's no way to check to see this approval is different from the KYC approval thing that you did to say, okay, you're a known KYC wallet. And I could imagine if they even, if something did happen where some people were trying, got in at the last moment, and well, let me put it this way. If that unexpected demand somehow wasn't KYC, I don't think that maybe you might not be able to find it through coning through these wallets, but who knows? Let's give it a shot, yeah, so yeah, I think they just need to be provided with the right incentive. Let's see here. So now I want to move into actual good, not good, but above board, I should say, or transparent. Because again, one of the things we never got was how many people KYC, and maybe that was on purpose so that in the end demand could be increased on the end day. Maybe that's why. Who knows? But we never got the KYC number. Even if they can't legally give us the complete KYC number, they could say, assume that, 55K people KYC. They could say that. But yeah, let's move on to projects with more transparency. Conucopius. Really, really like this project. This is on the Cardano blockchain. These guys are getting ready to do their land drop. Let me bring it up here. If you come over to their Discord, and if you want to find their Discord, definitely go through Twitter, their Twitter account, so you don't get into the wrong thing and somebody scams you. But here they say, let's go up here. They tell you the announcements exactly about how this is supposed to really go down. Okay, it looks like it's a little frozen right now. Hold on one sec. Okay, there we go. So, if you own one of their NFTs, so Javelin and Bubble Jets, you kind of move up the tier line as far as minting a land goes. Where did it go? Okay. Okay. Sorry. This is my my resolution is terrible on this computer. I keep scrolling past the thing that we need to read. Oh, this is straight comical, y'all. Okay, well, here we go. Okay, so here it is. So basically, you got to come on to their website, or I'm sorry, their Discord. If you own one of the NFTs, you can verify it for them, and he's just kind of making painfully sure that special access to our marketplace, providing greater chance at minting. What it isn't is a guaranteed whitelist mint. So he shows down here what the roles are. Like if you're OG, and they call it the old guard role, you get first dibs. If you own one of these NFTs, you get second dibs, then third dibs, which I really like how they're doing this. If you've been on the server for 30 days or more, then you're third in line, and then second dibs, or I mean, I guess fourth tier dibs is 0 or 30 days on the server. Okay? And then he says, higher the tier you fall into, the greater your odds of minting. It's important to understand that having multiple roles falling into different tiers will not guarantee you additional mints. Owning more NFTs will not grant you additional mints. NFT rarity does not affect tier. If you sell your NFT, you will lose your Discord role. We will restrict max mints based on Discord ID. Okay? So, and then next step, verify your NFT on Discord. So definitely come over here and do that. This I would play one of their videos for you. I think I've done it before in the past, but this is going to be built on Unreal Engine 5. Not a lot of projects are built on Unreal Engine 5. It's a brand new version or level of Unreal Engine. All of Unreal Engine stuff right now uses 4. 5, I think it has a way more clear like pixel depth into like almost real life kind of looking depth. So that's something that's going to be really like a really big thumb in their cap. Let me see here. No, I can't let's see. Dev shorts, maybe that'll show some of the videos or what it looks like. Okay, let me see if I can play this. Maybe it'll show you. And this is from 2:15. Okay, that's a bubble jet flying through their little universe. You're going to be able to use the bubble jets for like money, like you can race them. and you can like use it to transport people to different parts of the land. You can see all the depth in the characters. They had one slide where they had like all different colors of brown and shades of like white, pink, you know, all types of different colors of people, right? Um, yeah, so kind of sweet. And why I say these guys are really above board. They had a mint a little while back where they were minting those javelins, that little like race car looking thing. Only 6 people were able to mint, right? This company stepped up and they were just like, okay, you guys, we're just gonna give everybody a free javelin. And you know what? I'm sure they took a hit for that. For a while, these were selling at like 50 something ADA. You go look at them now on the JPEG store; they're selling for like 150, 160 ADA. But guess what? They also did. I mean, you know what I mean? Like doing that, they gained the trust of so many people, or at least for me. You know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, you value my time. You know, I sat in this line, and you just decided to give it to me for free. So, you know, I know that you value me and my time, and my money. So I'm more likely to continue to use this and tell people about it. So, yeah. So they gave and by the way, it wasn't just me. They gave everyone in the line, anybody that was queued in that line, a free javelin. Very, very awesome to see. So the next one we want to go over is one that's a pretty big one in the space. Oh man, that got closed. Bring that Twitter back up. While it's coming up, the next one we're gonna go over is alluvium. Everybody is like ga for alluvium. They're going to have a land sale coming up. Alluvium. Okay, here we go. This one is going to be on June 2nd. So they say 6 tiers of finite land plots. Own and earn on your slice of alluvium. Extract fuel for use on alluvium games. Scan your land for alluvial blueprints. Alluvium Zero mobile companion game. So it's happening June 2nd, 9 p.m. Universal Standard Time, which you got to find out. You can just pop that in Google and find out what that converts to where you live. 20,000 land plots, 20,000 land plots. Dutch auction. They're doing a Dutch auction. I thought those don't work, huh? Right? Okay, moving on. I'm bitter. Dutch auction on level 1. Minting on immutable. Earn up to 5% of the in-game revenue from the land. Partnering with Chainlink, Alchemix, Balancer, and Immutable. And I think, I don't know where they showed me that. It might have been in my email. They showed like the tiers of land and how much they were going to go for. I'm not sure how many how those tiers break down in that actual land plot. Okay. It seems like you got to register there for it. That's something to note. See if those come up too pretty quickly. Okay, maybe it's just register for their okay, this is just register for their mail drop. Unless there's another register down here. Nope. Okay, but they do say the tiers. Where are those tiers? Maybe in this other email thing. Okay, here it is actually. Sales parameters, starting prices, auction type. Right here. Starting price for each tier. So 5, they're straight up auctioning it. They're not even, no flat price for that. 4, 80 ETH. 3, 20 ETH. 2, 6 ETH. 1, 2 ETH. So they put out a vote to the council about what the price was going to be on that, whereas, you know, doesn't seem like that happened in some other places. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll do a little bit more research. It really, they said register here, and I clicked on that. Doesn't look like there's something where you can register. Let's see. Okay, same link there. Let's do it one more time. It'll probably just give me that email link, but at least we double checked, right? Okay, so just that, it seems like. Okay. All right, cool. So Illuvium. So we covered Illuvium. We covered Cornucopias. Next is Seek. So I know they've been selling their private land. I've been waiting to figure out what they're doing with their public land. Okay, CeeLo Green. So they have a plethora of stars on their deal, right? ApeSwap and Seek are up to something. Okay, so maybe it'll be on there. Let's just go ahead and retweet that right there. All right, so maybe you got to buy it on there. They still haven't announced how that's going to work for normal people. So see, private land sale in progress. So for normies like us, we're gonna have to keep watching and see what's going on. Okay, let's see if we click here and it says Okay, looks like it's showing us a map, asking for my wallet. No selected parcel. Of course, I don't have a selected parcel. Okay, so this is what happened when I went to this thing before. I think this is for the private sale people, but you know, we gotta wait until they bring out rules for everyone else. Another good place to go is their Telegram, and you know, that'll give you some really good hints on what's going on, hopefully, in there. Let's see if we have, oh, and one other land piece, Ember Sword. Okay, so I might have to buy back into this Ember Sword. I sold my land for the whatchamacallit drop, the other side drop. So probably gonna have to buy back into this, and you know, take a point probably like 3 or 4 .04 lost on it. But this is definitely a hyped game. Right now they're doing a little alpha testing on it, but when it's fully up to running, I really think that's a seriously undervalued asset. If we come over here and look at their Twitter, these following of almost 90K. They're showing you some of the alpha where people are walking around in the Denvis I think they call it Denvis County or whatever. And yeah, once it's really up and running, it has a real nice live feel to it, and I think it's going to be something great in the long haul. Okay, so let's see if you guys have any questions for our last 14 minutes here. Alpha Predator. All right, let me know if you got any questions. Let me go over here to. I think I covered all the NFT projects I wanted to look at for you guys. Um, oh, okay. Also, another thing with the NFT land drops, usually the tokens see a little pop, right? And in price due to the land drops, because usually they want you to pay in their token. In this case, they're okay with ETH. Um, Kopi, I don't think they said which one they prefer, but it's probably going to be Kopi. So I'm also looking for Kopi and Seek to rise in price. So definitely check those out. You can find those on PooCoin. I'm not going to look at them right now because wait, we can actually look at it on CoinMarketCap. But yeah, I think they see a boost due to the land sales, and just like Bored Ape, once the land sales over, they're probably going to do a little bit of a dip. So let's go Seek. So it's sitting at 32 cents. And then Kopi. And then I think with our last 2 minutes, so Kopi is around about 0.012. Our last little time, we're going to go over some Bitcoin charts. At this point, guys, I would say, like, honestly, I think at this point, Bitcoin can hit that what was it, 34 mark. Let me just bring it up. And at this point, that's why I'm kind of looking more at NFTs, because all the coins are not going to do anything until Bitcoin really figures itself out. And at this point, dropping past 37.7, that was a really big point for it. And that's another thing that I told my patrons. If the Patreon is something you're interested in, check that out on any of my latest videos. But let's take a look at it here. So yeah, that 37 point was a really big point for me. If we come out here and look, you can see it. I had the little line marked and everything. Fell straight through that point. The next point was, yeah, 34. So 34 is the next point. If it goes past 34, you can see it had a 36 in it right here. But if it goes past 34, we got 32 here. So some really big points. And if you look at the Gann chart too, that's what they have pretty much marked as like 34 as the next resistance. So pretty much I'm gonna stick to that, like the 34.9 part right here, 34.9, 34.5. If it can't hold that, man, yeah. So most tokens I'm not really even looking at this point, but the tokens that to me that seem to have the most staying power and they are not as volatile seem to be these exchange tokens. like LCX. I've talked to you guys about that again, or before, these swap and exchange tokens. So LCX has been chilling here at about 10 cents for a while now. You may see it go to 8, but yeah, let's see here. Another exchange, Coin Exchange token, pretty much chilling at 6. And what was the other one here? Steam Exchange, but we can't look at that because of there. But we can look at it over here. And I did a sweet AMA on Benzinga with the Steam Exchange CEO. Definitely go check that out. I really love Steam Exchange. I'm going to try to get them to come on Gentlemen of Crypto too, and bring it over here so you guys can hear them. But go check that out over there. These guys really have some big plans, and they're very transparent. They answer like real questions in their AMA. Really like these guys. Okay, so those 3 exchanges, and then yeah, metaverse tokens, and we just went over them. Seek and Conucopius. Those are like the only tokens really that I'm worrying about at this point with everything the way it is right now. Really, the only thing I'm looking at pretty much is NFT like lands. So if we don't have any more stuff. Okay, so yeah, definitely guys, come on over here to darkhorsewatcher.com. That is my channel. And you can check out all my vids. If you're interested in joining a whole the Discord is not just for people who've been jacked up by the other side meta or Bored Ape. You guys can come over there and have a general good time with everybody. Come on over here to this video. Has a link to my Discord in there. Also, it has a link to my Patreon if that's something you want. I also have a Patreon specific group in the Discord where I kind of post things as I see them for people. The Patreon is something like $7.77 a month. So, and I give a watch list every week. So that's like less than $2 a watch list. Plus you got the Discord stuff too, the private Discord. Yeah, guys, that's what we got going on. And yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. I will see you guys on Saturday at 9:30 right here on the Gentlemen of Crypto Network. Have a good one, guys.